Before I start, make sure y'all follow and subscribe to my media page called Vision X Media, where I make series, documentaries, and ambience videos. So please go check that out. Now let's start the bullshit. America's stuck in political custody battle. Democrats scream if you disagree. Republicans preach one thing but do another. And the rest of us? We're just caught in the crossfire, tired, broke, and wondering, does anyone in DC actually work for the people anymore? Government shutdowns, job cuts, voices silenced. It's like watching two clowns argue over who's owned the circus while the tent burns down. And then there's cancel culture. Once upon a time, it was about justice. Now, it's about clout. Roseanne speaks out, she's gone. Jimmy Kimmel, he jokes the same way. He's still cashing checks. Cancel culture doesn't cancel, it cherry picks. People are scared to speak their minds, not because they're wrong, but because the mob might show up in their comment section with pitchfork emojis. Meanwhile, worldwide, millions protest. France, the UK, the US. People are done. Done with governments who fight each other more than they fight for their people. Here's the truth. Both parties are petty. Both are corrupt. Both are more interested in power than people. And cancel culture? It's just another way to control the conversation. So the real question is, why do we keep picking sides in a game designed for us to lose? But something feels off. You can feel it in the air, in the streets, on the phone, in the way people talk now. The world feels tense. Politics feels unstable. The economy feels fake. Celebrities feel scripted. The news feels staged. And the truth feels hidden. We got wars breaking out. Government acting shady. ICE and immigration chaos. Cancel culture silencing people. AI replacing jobs. Digital IDs creeping in. And society turning into a surveillance experiment. And then, the Epstein files. The moment those documents started dropping, people realized, oh, so the monsters aren't under the bed, they're in office. World leaders, billionaires, celebrities, power brokers, names blacked out, pages redacted, details missing. They told us the truth would come out, and instead, they gave us a trailer. Now people are asking, who really runs the world? Who's being protected? And what else are they hiding? From politics to media, from Hollywood to government, from tech to finance, everything is being exposed. And people are waking up. Not left, not right, just tired. Tired of lies, tired of fake leaders, tired of fake realities. This isn't just chaos. This is an awakening. And whether they're ready or not, shit got real. Welcome to R-X-REBELMOUTH-TV. Today, we're diving into the chaos they don't want you to piece together. The world feels like a battlefield, not with bombs, but with opinions. Not with tanks, but with tweets. And now, they've got us fighting each other over politics, over free speech, over identity itself. We are living through political wars, not fought on foreign soil, but in our homes, in our feeds, and our very conversations. Democrats, Republicans, left, right, cancel culture, free speech, everybody fighting for control, while the people suffer in silence. But here's the truth nobody wants to say. They're all playing us. Just look at the Democrats and Republicans of today. Democrats claim to fight for equality, but if you disagree, you're branded, labeled, erased. They weaponize outrage. They make politics a religion. Don't worship with us. You're the enemy. And you dare speak the truth? Prepare for the mob. And I mean that shit literally.
And even the new communist mayor of New York City, I think he's a nice guy, actually. Speak to him a lot. Bad policy, but nice guy. Just said they want people to shovel snow. They got hit hard. Wants them to shovel snow, but if you apply for that job, you need to show 2 original forms of ID and a Social Security card.
Continues today. If you want to support these efforts, it's not too late to become an emergency snow shoveler. You can still sign up by walking into any DSNY garage until 8 p.m. tonight. All you need is 2 forms of identification, and you'll be paid $30 an hour.
And the Republicans? Oh, they love to play hero. Talk freedom, wave the flag, chant about liberty. But behind closed doors, they sign bills stripping those freedoms. Talk about physical responsibility while drowning the nation in debt. Listen, they're not fighting for you. They're fighting to keep their seats. Me personally, DNC and GOP are two sides of the same scam. Democrats sell progress, but most of it is performance. Jasmine Crockett is literally the face of Dems.
Because I can remember when y'all wouldn't sign the discharge petition. All of a sudden, everybody wanted to vote for this, but you wouldn't sign the discharge petition. Until we decide that we are going to go after the actual rapists and pedophiles, miss me with your moral high ground. Folks who also took money from somebody named Jeffrey Epstein, as I had my team dig in very quickly. Mitt Romney, the NRCC, Lee Zeldin, George Bush, Win Red, McCain Palin, Rick Lazio. I just want to be clear. If this is the standard that we're going to make, just know we're going to expose it all. And just know that the FEC filings, they are available for everybody to review.
Seems like she's doing a good job, ain't she? Crockett fairy speeches in Congress, often more about dragging Republicans than fixing bills. Crockett's not debating policy. She's auditioning for a viral clip on TikTok, making her and the Dems look even more crazy. AOC, social media powerhouse, but critics say more brand than solutions. AOC sells hope like it's merch, but the cart's always empty when you check out. AOC is just an embarrassment to the party. The more she talks, the more she's making Republicans look good.
You, and Congressman, I'll start with you. Would and should the U.S. actually commit U.S. troops to defend Taiwan if China were to move?
You know, I think that this is such a, you know, I think that this is of course a very long-standing policy of the United States.
It's like you start to lose brain cells listening to her. Both AOC and Jasmine, both firebrand voices who dominate the headlines, but rarely deliver policy wins that touch working class lives. They win every debate online, but lose every battle on the ground. Kamala Harris speaks about empowerment while small businesses drown in red tape. She laughs through interviews like she allergic to follow-ups. Can someone get their drunk auntie off the media, please? Kathy Hochul on congestion pricing, MTA fare hikes, and equity slogans that mainly tax commuters. She's turning New York into a toll road of broken promises. You're just giving reasons to make people hop over the turnstiles a lot more. At this point, she might as well write greed on top of her forehead as a logo. Zohran Mamdani, NYC socialist, voice pushing radical reforms, but often over-promises. Mamdani promises a utopia, but New Yorkers can't even get the trains running on time. New Yorkers should be asking themselves, should they trust a person who's been here 7 years and who's a socialist? If New Yorkers were smart, I would have recommended Letitia James Linden lawsuits against Trump, painting herself as savior of democracy. Letitia James went to war with Trump, but while she's busy chasing him, regular New Yorkers are still getting chased by rent. Again, trying to make Trump look bad. Yet covering up your dirty work is astonishing. Brandon Johnson defends undocumented migrants over Chicago residents begging for resources. Threatens ICE agents with arrests while neighborhoods crumble under crime and poverty. Blocks Trump's proposal to send National Guard to manage the chaos. Then blames him for attacking black neighborhoods, when most illegal shelters are being built inside those same black communities, while residents can't even get potholes filled or get housing. Democrats love optics more than outcomes. They'd rather look righteous than be effective. Both Letitia James and Brandon Johnson turn politics into a courtroom drama or moral theater, instead of fixing local issues. From Gavin Newsom, to Hakeem Jeffries, to Keith Wilson and Michelle Wu, these people got a lot in common. They sell progress, and most of it performance. Republicans, they sell liberty. but most of it is loyalty to lobbyists. Donald Trump promised transparency. Ron DeSantis speaks on freedom, but bans books and punishing dissidents. He's fighting woke culture by acting like a dictator. Mitch McConnell and Lindsey Graham, career politicians who campaign against the system. They've run for decades. They hate Washington so much, they never leave it. From Marco Rubio to Ted Cruz, Republicans shout about spending while signing off trillion-dollar military bills, call for law and order while ignoring corporate corruptions. They talk about draining the swamp, but they build condos in it. See, Democrats don't just fight Republicans, they perform it. Every hearing is WrestleMania. Every lawsuit is a season finale. Meanwhile, Americans still can't afford groceries. We got bread and circuses without the bread. Both parties weaponize fear. Democrats use moral guilt. Vote blue or you're heartless. Republicans use cultural fear. Vote red or you lose your country. And neither side tells you the truth. The system isn't broken. It's built this way. Every election is marketed like a blockbuster sequel. This time it's different. Every promise comes with fine print. Every failure gets spun as somebody else's fault. Mainstream outlets act like campaign managers, not journalists. CNN paints Brandon Johnson as a compassionate reformer instead of a failing mayor. Fox News glorifies Republicans as saviors while ignoring the hypocrisy. Both networks profit off division. Every headline is a cliffhanger to keep you outraged. The media doesn't report the fire, they sell you the smoke. Democrats promise justice. Republicans promise freedom. Both deliver excuses. America isn't left versus right anymore. It's up versus down. The people at the top make promises, and the people at the bottom pay the price. Cancel culture kills truth. Media kills context. And the politicians, they kill time. Trump is something else, ain't he? And I mean that shit literally. Love him or hate him, one thing is undeniable. When Trump moves, the world shakes. Every headline feels like a plot twist. Money flowing to foreign governments, global power plays, military pressure overseas, strategic moves toward Greenland, public loyalty to Israel's leadership, and finally, the Epstein files dropping. It feels less like politics and more like a global chess match. And where are the pawns? Trump sends billions to Argentina, calling it economic partnership. Critics say it looked like foreign influence buying and strategic leverage. Venezuela stays under extreme pressure. Sanctions, intelligent operations, covert moves, and online narratives explode with people claiming regime takedowns, oil grabs, and backdoor operations. Whether fact, exaggeration, or political myth, the perception says it all. America doesn't intervene for charity. It intervenes for resources, leverage, and control. Then there's Greenland. Trump openly talking about ownership and strategic control. And people asking, why are we shopping for continents while our economy is choking? It's global empire thinking in a country struggling to afford groceries. Then Israel. Trump's type alliance with Israel's prime minister raises eyebrows worldwide. Strong support, massive funding, political loyalty. Some call it strategy, others call it favoritism. Many call it global power politics disguised as mortality. And then, the Epstein files. Years of promises, years of delays, finally released. And still half blacked out. Names missing, details hidden, questions unanswered. Americans didn't feel relieved, they felt played. Because transparency shouldn't come with blackout bars. And now Trump's standing next to celebrities, influencers, and cultural icons, Nicki Minaj included, trying to reshape public image, control narrative, and rebuild political hype. It feels like politics plus celebrity plus media equal perception engineering. And that's when people realize this isn't about left versus right. This is about power versus truth. In this game, truth is always the last thing they release. New Yorkers woke up like, who voted for who? Zohran Mamdani, the new mayor, comes in talking big. I'm not asking New Yorkers for money. New Yorkers said, finally, a politician who gets it.
3 weeks later.
He asking money like the landlord at the first of the month. People laughing like, damn, he didn't even pretend for long. And the funniest part, he built half his career talking trash about Trump, threatening him, calling him names, acting bold online. But when he finally meet Trump in person, he folded like a beach chair, smiling, nervous, respectful, like everything he said online was just for likes. Now NYC realizing, we didn't elect the leader. We elected a TikTok activist with a mayor badge. And New Yorkers, they ain't feeling him one bit. Zoran came into office talking a big game, but the moment he sat down in that chair, New Yorkers were like, this dude is about to turn NYC into a social experiment. Because his policies, straight up wild. NYC already dealing with crime, chaos, and people fighting pigeons in Times Square. And Mandani's like, let's cut the police budget. That'll fix it. New York is staring at him like, sir, we can't even walk to the corner store without seeing a felony. Crime up, moral down, citizens nervous. But according to him, the problem isn't crime. The problem is having too much police, protecting illegal immigrants more than citizens. Mandani has been moving like illegal immigrants are VIP guests, and New Yorkers are the background characters. Free housing, free benefits, resources everywhere. Meanwhile, people born and raised here can't even get help for rent, food, or safety. He's defending illegals so hard that people are starting to joke. Does NYC stand for New York City or New Yankee citizenship? New Yorkers fed up. They're tired of shelters popping up in every neighborhood. While nothing is improving for the people actually paying taxes, Mandani keeps trying to insert extremist ideological policies into the city. Anti-police agendas, pro-illegal immigration sanctuary rules, extreme leftist reforms, trying to reshape NYC's culture and values, pushing policies that feel more like activism than governance. New Yorkers feel like, bro, fix the trash, fix the rats, fix the crime, not turn NYC into your political science project. Zoran Mandani isn't running NYC, he's experimenting with it. Just look at the property taxes and how he's treating the snowstorm. And New Yorkers, they ain't laughing, they ain't playing, they're tired. We've reached a point where ICE agents, federal law enforcement, are treated like villains, while people breaking immigration laws are treated like heroes. Democrats stand at podiums not to defend American citizens struggling to survive, but to protect migrants like it's their political charity project. They pass sanctuary laws blocking ICE from arresting criminal offenders. They threaten to arrest ICE agents for doing their jobs. They block Trump from sending National Guard to stabilize violent areas. Then blame him for the chaos. When Trump sends National Guard to protect neighborhoods, they scream he's attacking minorities. But look at the map. These migrant shelters and crime waves are hitting black and poor neighborhoods first. The same people Democrats swear they represent. Every time there's a government shutdown threat, they say it's about budget negotiations. But dig deeper. Billions are quietly debated for migrant housing, free healthcare, legal aid, while Americans drown in medical debt and can't afford rent. Veterans sleep under bridges. Migrants sleep in hotels. American families need food stamps. Migrants get prepaid cards. Citizens pay taxes. Migrants become political investments. This backlash is everywhere. Look at the UK. Protests in London, cities rising up saying we are full. France, Germany, Ireland, people shouting that their own governments care more about illegals. Migration than their working citizens. This isn't racism, it's exhaustion. If crime rises, they blame guns. If drugs pour in, they blame Republicans. But when someone finally tries to send ICE or National Guard to clean it up, oh, now it's a humanitarian attack? Make it make sense. Viral videos show migrants physically fighting ICE agents. Antifa and far-left activists protect illegals, forming human shields to stop deportation. We've got Americans arrested for defending their property, but migrants can swing at ICE and get escorted to illegal aid. That's not justice, that's political theater. Our government isn't broken, it's brought. Illegals became their new voting base. Citizens became their sacrifice. And if you dare to point it out, they call you hateful, while Antifa throw bricks at ICE. Ain't that something? But here's the downside and the truth. This situation is not black and white. Both sides had legitimate points, and the real problem is government failure, not regular people. Most ICE agents are not out there trying to hurt civilians. They just following orders. Where ICE loses public trust. Aggressive raids, militarized tactics, mistakes that harm innocent people, and poor accountability. So people feel, even if they're doing their job, why does it feel so reckless? That's the issue. Most undocumented immigrants came to work, escaped violence, fled poverty, and wanted opportunities. Most are not criminals. So citizens start feeling, why do we follow the rules if nobody else has to? That resentment grows fast when people are already struggling. The real enemy here isn't ICE. It isn't immigrants. It's policy chaos. The government created all of this. They made ICE look like villains. Immigrants look like invaders. Citizens feel ignored, while politicians profit from the chaos, completely failing at leadership. Ever since the Epstein files, shit been a domino effect, which hit Jay-Z, Harvey Weinstein, and Pusha T. Ever since the Weinstein case, people realized something scary. Hollywood ain't just movies, it's power, silence, and protection. Harvey Weinstein wasn't just some creepy dude. He was a gatekeeper. He controlled careers, money, awards, and influence. And when he finally fell, the public went. Wait, if he was allowed to do this for decades, who else is being protected? That's when the illusion broke. Not because there's proof, but because trust is dead. Power don't look impressive anymore. Power looks suspicious. Then you got Pusha T and industry insiders exposing contracts, exploitations, and backdoor politics. And people realize the music industry is less about talent, more about control. And the media, defending the same elites. Oh, so y'all all protecting the castle, not the truth? Now celebrities losing followers. Award shows losing credibility. People questioning Grammys, Super Bowls, everything. Because once Epstein happened, once Weinstein fell, once Diddy got exposed, people stopped worshiping idols. They started questioning worshiping idols. They started questioning the throne. And now Hollywood got a bigger problem than cancel culture. They lost belief. And once belief dies, the whole system starts shaking. Nicki Minaj isn't just crashing out. She's exposing how dirty the industry gets when power shifts. Her attacks on Jay-Z and Roc Nation are less about gossip and more about control. When Nicki stopped playing industry chess and started playing truth or truth, Machine turned on her. Suddenly she's difficult, crazy, and problematic. Translation, she stopped obeying. Calling Jay-Z a predator isn't random. It's part of a bigger narrative war. In Hollywood, image is currency, and destroying reputation is cheaper than paying people what they're owed. Now throw in her leaning toward Donald Trump and boom, double target unlocked. Because in America, if you're rich, loud, black, and voting how they want, you become a problem overnight. So this ain't rap beef, this is power versus independence, control versus defiance, industry loyalty versus personal sovereignty. She's exposing the game board. Let's be honest, Nicki is the wrong messenger on this. As I heard through the grapevine that this woman was speaking more about him the most, and was right. I think people know how fake Nicki is, but we also agree with the message. Then boom, the Epstein files drop. Over 3,000 plus names and people are like, wait, everybody's in here? Now half the world believes it. The other half says, nah, they still hiding the real list. Because let's be honest, if Jeffrey Epstein really had ties to politicians, billionaires, royalty, Hollywood, intelligence agencies, corporations, banks, and world leaders, why ain't nobody in jail yet? That's the part that got people tight. Some folks think Epstein might still be alive, allegedly. Others saying if he dead, why his friends still walking free? Now you got celebrities quietly leaving the country, lawyers panicking, sealed court cases reopening, and people scrambling like roaches when the lights come on. I mean, you have them stuttering and acting dumb every time an interviewer asking them about Epstein.
The private plane, yes, oh yes.
But wait a minute. You didn't never go to that island, did you?
No. I don't know where that thing at.
Or hearing their names being mentioned and acting like they don't know shit.
guy was at Trump's wedding to Marla.
Right.
Maybe Epstein was there too. Who knows?
I don't know.
So that means that I'm not guilty, obviously, but these other ones, how are you going to decide who's really guilty and who's not?
Well, I
it's
think
very tricky.
so I'm named in there like Whoopi Goldberg needs a plan.
But there are a lot of people that
Marilyn Monroe is on the list.
Yes.
There were plenty of people that were there are plenty of
Elvis
people
also.
named in the list that may have not done anything wrong.
Names redacted, pages missing, files lost. But even what they did release is enough to tell you this man was connected to everything. To hear stuff like Bill Gates having herpes, Prince Charles getting arrested, and Stephen Hawking's even in it. And I mean that shit literally. So now people ain't shocked. They angry because it confirms what everyone suspected. The world ain't run by leaders. It's run by networks. And Epstein, he wasn't a king. He was just a middleman. Candace been moving like she got nothing to lose. Straight exposing everything like she found the cheat codes. First she starts talking about Charlie Kirk's death. And people already tense because conservative media is treating his situation like, don't ask questions, just send thoughts and prayers. Then Candace comes out like, actually, here's what really happened. Now suddenly the French government and Jewish political groups allegedly threaten her life. Bro, Candace got the world asking, why are this many powerful people mad at one woman with an iPhone and Wi-Fi? Then she starts calling out Erica Kirk. And Erica acting extra weird, posting cryptic messages looking guilty in HD. Candace got folks thinking, maybe the person who smiles the most be hiding the most. Now she's receiving death threats. People like, if she wasn't close to the truth, they wouldn't be trying to silence her. Candace basically turned into a one-woman FBI task force, and everybody's uncomfortable except the internet. Once Candace claimed that Charlie Kirk was a time traveler, that's when people say, alright, I knew she was smoking on something. Now, even gender has become a battlefield. Transgender voices want acceptance, but now it's escalated. Anyone who even questions the conversation, labeled, shamed, fired. It's no longer a dialogue. It's war. Parents versus schools. Sports versus biology. Doctors versus activists. And here's the problem. Nobody's listening anymore. It's just attack, defend, repeat. You can't even decide what bathroom to use. Meanwhile, the government's robbing the whole building. Times have changed. Now the government passes Protect Children's Innocent Act for gender transition surgeries on minors. And guess what? They are mad. Again. It's kind of crazy that J.D. Vance said the quiet part out loud. Oh, you didn't hear it?
It's like we do.
Yeah.
And there's a real question about whether there's a massive shift happening now in terms of world alliances long term.
Well, it's definitely, I think, a new world order. I think the president has sought to it. There's a new world order in trade. There's a new world order in globalization and the way that we invest in our economy versus, foreign supply chains.
You got J.D. Vance on Megyn Kelly's show casually saying a new world order is here. Not warning, not predicting, announcing. That's like the villain in the movie finally saying, yeah, we already won. Translation, the system isn't coming, it's installed. New rules, new power structure, new reality. So while artists expose industry games and politicians casually confirm global shifts, regular people are still debating left versus right. While the real game is being played above both. It's not chaos, it's reprogramming. And they're not hiding it anymore. Dictatorship creeping through the back door. While we're busy fighting culture wars, the real dictatorship creeps in. Look at the UK. Digital ID cards, links to banks, healthcare, travel, lose access, lose life. That's not democracy. That's digital slavery with a smile. In America, not far behind. Censorship online, surveillance everywhere. Cancel culture training us to obey. Dictatorships don't always come with tanks. Sometimes they come with apps. Listen, digital IDs are coming like a slow storm. Politicians swear it's for safety, efficiency, convenience. Yeah, okay. Because once they got your digital ID, they also got your location, your medical records, your spending, your movement, your political opinions, your speech, your entire digital footprint, all under one system. In the UK, they pushing it hard. That's why people protesting, because they see the plot. Digital IDs, digital money, digital control. Imagine your government not liking your opinion and freezing your account like, try disagreeing now. That's not democracy. That's early stages of dictatorship. The kind that doesn't knock on your door. It logs in your bank account. At the end of the day, you can feel it. The energy in this country is shifting. People are tired of the lies, tired of the games, tired of being played like pawns in a system that's falling apart in real time. We're heading towards something big. Maybe not civil war guns and flags, but definitely a spiritual war, a cultural war, an awakening. Americans want authenticity back. They starving for something real, something honest, something human. Not these celebrities pretending to be heroes, not politicians pretending to care, not systems pretending to protect us. People see through the mask now. They know this society was built on illusions and comfort lies, and the more the truth cracks through, the more people are choosing reality over reputation. Folks don't want idols anymore. They want truth. They want clarity. They want their soul back. Because everyone feels it. The old world is collapsing. And the real one is finally trying to be born. Everything happening right now. Documentaries, the political drama, the secrets leaking, the files getting delayed, the protests, the politicians panicking. It all proves one thing. The system is cracking. Not from pressure, but from truth. America is waking up. People are questioning everything. Nothing is hidden anymore. The ones who built their careers off lies, they're sweating. We're entering a new era where the truth is louder than the people trying to silence it. And that's why shit got real. But maybe real is exactly what we needed. And like always, don't fear me, hear me. R-X and Rebel Mouth out.